Like last week's video on archiving, today's video addresses another very relevant, old-school information governance topic: developing a records inventory. A records inventory allows organizations to manage their records on an ongoing basis. It does this by locating, identifying, and describing all record series that are maintained. The end result is a firm understanding of the type and quantity of records created and kept and of how to manage them more efficiently. Finally, once the process is complete, the organization should conduct an appraisal and a needs assessment that includes short, mid, and long-term records management plans and provides the blueprint for its compliance efforts.
Before beginning the inventory process, the first step is to obtain broad support from all internal stakeholders. These stakeholders range from division heads and middle managers to individual contributors who use and access company records. It is particularly important to let staff know of the purpose and timetable of the inventory, and to reassure them that they are not being personally audited. Finally, on a practical level, you should ensure that the inventory is performed in a manner that does not unduly interfere with their operations.
Once this basic support framework is in place, you should establish a timetable, milestones, and assignment chart for all inventory activities. The timetable should include clear deadlines as well as flexibility measures that allow you to adjust the schedule as needed. It should also lay out the schedule of department and unit inventories and estimates of the staff hours necessary to complete each task, as well as an initial survey of your records management status and progress.
Now, let's discuss the general blueprint for conducting records inventories. The first major task is to clearly communicate the inventory process to each supervisor as well as the benefits of the inventory program. The project manager should also provide guidance to supervisors on how to best communicate with staff and on how to help inventory workers access the necessary records. The next step is to physically map the layout of each surveyed area, including each piece of record storage equipment, and to create an inventory of all electronic storage files and locations for each department. The next step is to collect information on each record type and record series stored by the entity. Ideally, for this process, you should use a standard records inventory data worksheet. Also, working closely with your information technology team, you should create an automated inventory database that allows you to locate all records within your various fragmented record series.
Okay. Now, we are almost there. Once the findings are in, you should conduct a data appraisal. The appraisal should include a summary of the data found, and the importance of the records surveyed, including their administrative, fiscal, legal, historical, and research value. You should also be able to answer questions such as, which records are vital? Which records should be archived or subject to a permanent retention requirement? Which records are subject to duties of confidentiality or privacy obligations? And which records should be destroyed? The survey should also provide a plan for disposing of non-record data, especially if that data is redundant, obsolete, or trivial data. For the most part, this data, which is otherwise known as rot, is not subject to a retention period and simply clogs your systems.
At Knowledge Preservation, our team of experienced information governance professionals can help your team create the framework, training, and accountability mechanisms to ensure that your data inventory program is successful. Contact us today.